Okay, gentlemen, you've received instructions in the dressing room. I want you to obey the commands, protect yourselves at all times. Right now, we're going to call right here under the letters, under the everlast. Right here, we're going to call under the letters right here. All right, tap it up. Let's go.
Round one, scheduled for 12. The victor to become a mandatory challenger for one of Triple G's titles. It is Jermall Charlo in the green with gold, Hugo Centeno Jr. in the gold with white. Jumped from junior middle to middle in 2014. His 7 most recent bouts have been at 160 pounds, but Al, a full-fledged middleweight.
Yeah, he's had more experience at middleweight in any case than Charlo, you're right.
Just past the midpoint of a feeling out process in the first round. Charlo with the jab to the sternum. Centeno jabbing and then missing with the right uppercut as he tried to close the distance. Still training under Ronnie Shields.
Oh, nice little check hook by Centeno on the out.
Double jab scores for Charlo. And Charlo, of course, both of them have some power. There's that right hand, and it was one of your keys, Al, and just ask Julian Williams getting posterized with a barbarous right uppercut.
Yeah, he can throw that right hand in many different ways.
Centeno told us that he expects a bit of a chess match. He thinks it's going to come down to who's going to be the smarter counter-puncher.
Yeah, when he runs out of room, he's done a good job of smothering Charlo. Charlo's going to have to... Oh, nice
right uppercut by Centeno again. Trying to score with another one on the inside before getting backed up by Charlo. Charlo just misses with the right cross.
Left hook is the one that
left hook there inside the glove, and that really hurt.
Yeah, that's the one that did most of the damage.
And sharp adjustment by Charlo to throw it inside the glove because
he is the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. The future of boxing, Jermall Charlo.
You good here? You good there? You fellas receive your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times, and above all, protect yourself. Touch gloves and go back to your corner. Come out.
They are both undefeated, and we are underway. Slight height advantage for Charlo. More of a light sweat going on. Nice shot. By Jermall Charlo. Charlo needs to use his jab in order to be successful. He throws a jab and he throws a straight right. The feeling out process is not bad. Charlo moving forward. You see the sense of aggression. So Lubin also campaigns here at 154 pounds. He is working for 10 years. Left hook that misses by Williams, but he lands a sharp right hand to the body. Game of chess, athletic chess, left hook that was blocked, it looked like, by, oh, and a jab that puts Julian Williams on the canvas. Oh my, he's stunned. Take a look at the knockdown here. It's the jab, a sharp jab, and it staggered Julian Williams like he couldn't gain his balance, but it was a jab that put Julian Williams down. Another angle here, look at that stiff jab, and it put Julian Williams down on the canvas. We're gonna take Jermall Charlo trying to finish off Julian Williams, but now Julian willing to engage. Look at this. What? Or if his ankle was bothering him, but it didn't look like a bloody shot. He could have had a delayed reaction. Oh, and a left hook that snuck up on Charlo by Julian Williams. A minute has elapsed, but it looks like that right ankle seems to be bothering Julian Williams here. 30 seconds riding him in. But beating Julian with a jab is Charlo. Double jab by Julian Williams, 26-year-old out of West Philadelphia. Combination, right hand that grazed Julian Williams. Williams, who was going to be the hunter and not the hunted, and he comes forward and tattoos Charlo with the right hand. 10 seconds left, and a stiff jab, and now Charlo trying to close out the third round in style. Tying him up is Julian Williams, and we're gonna go to the fourth round. Go to your right, double your jab, and then I want to see a hook off that double jab. So we will see if Jermall Charlo will implement that particular instructions. Get behind too much in this fight. A nice right hand that landed by the 26-year-old out of West Philadelphia. Back answers a crushing overhand right by Jermall Charlo. Jab by Williams, a right hand that got through the guard of Julian Williams. 70 seconds remaining in round number 4. They have each other so well scouted. Right hand that by Williams that landed. Uppercut. 10 seconds left in the fourth round. Right hand that connected. Back comes Charlo. That's the end of round 4. But being loose and giving a nice 1-2 combination, and Julian Williams momentarily buckled Jermall Charlo. Trash talking between the two. I would call it competitive trash talking. It's really not bad blood. They just respect each other and want to prove that they're the best in the world. Julian Williams has had some glimpses here. Oh, and a left hook, and it stuns! Oh, the uppercut! The right uppercut puts Julian Williams on the canvas! Oh my goodness! And let's take a look at the end of the fight. We'll get to everything that happened. It was an uppercut. Julian left himself open, face first. He collapsed on the canvas. Let's take a look at the end of the fight as Wayne Hatchpath waved it off. And Julian Williams is going to leave the ring to get some medical attention. Let's take a look at the knockdown. Julian Williams with the right hand that missed, and it was that sharp right uppercut putting Williams face first, wobbled him, and he just crumbled to the canvas. Julian Williams came forward, and Charlo put him face first. 1 minute left. Charlo trying to close the show, and Charlo closes it out. This one is over.
No, stay down.
Wayne Hatchpath has waved it off. Jermall Charlo. The end of the fight, as Charlo really applying the pressure, a right hand on the arms, and Charlo just really poured it on at this point, believing he could get Julian Williams out of there. Left hook that stunned him, followed by a clubbing right hand, a left hook, and he going to the canvas, and Wayne Hatchpath didn't even need to make a count and waved off the fight. Now we'll set it up to the ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., to make it official. Well, let's take a look one more time at the end of the fight. The left hook, and Williams left himself open, and Charlo was just hammering him with every opening he saw. An overhand right that got on the arms, but you could tell it took good effect to Julian Williams, followed by that left hook, and Charlo was just in attack mode at that point. Down goes Julian Williams, and Charlo knew that the fight was over at that point.
Still undefeated and still the IBF Junior Middleweight Champion of the World, Jermall Charlo.
Sports the red, white, and camouflage trunks, Sebastian Galen from Argentina. He is in the red trunks.
Ireland is a volume puncher. He averages about 85 punches from. We asked him at our meeting, do you want to keep doing it? He said, no, I want to throw more tonight. We'll see if he can do that against Charlo with Charlo's power and speed.
And the thing about the throwing all those punches, he's got to get inside Charlo's jab. Well, you're not going to throw anything because you got to close range on Charlo to get all those punches.
And Charlo's been effective early with the jab. Something that he says is really the big calling card. Where the foundation is built is off that most effective of basic weapons ball.
Against him was a decision, and Charlo said, you know, I didn't fight as well as I wanted to in that fight, but he sparred with Arislandi Lara and a lot of great lefties.
Well, as we reach the midpoint of the opening round, it's been all about the sharp jab of Jermall Charlo.
I think he might have hurt him with one of those jabs.
Remember, he dropped Julian Williams with a jab, right?
Yeah, Ether Jamrock Williamson. That, his final appearance at 154, retaining the title before relinquishing it in order to make the move back.
Highland has an awkward rhythm to him, and he's going to try to use that upper rhythm to close range, but Charlo's athleticism is really controlling the day right now off that jab.
Under a minute left in the opening round, Galen has scored 8 knockdowns in his last 5 fights, including one in his career-best victory that came November 2014 in Ireland against former 2-time European middleweight champion Matthew Macklin, whom he stopped in the 10th.
And one thing he has to start doing is just have to start cutting the ring off when Charlo starts.
Jermall Charlo looks very comfortable so far in his middleweight debut, again establishing a very effective jab here in the first frame. The bell and a round 2 scheduled for 12 in the 160-pound weight class as Galen comes out a little more aggressive, but again gets picked off early with the Charlo jab. Charlo beginning to put together the 1-2 as well, goes to the body with a jab. And man, Galen just looks awkward all around, Paul, even the way he throws punches.
Yeah, I mean, he starts out from the footwork. Like I said, I mean, almost like his knees aren't bending at all. So it makes his footing a lot tougher to get positioning inside.
But he doesn't even really turn the punches. It's kind of like he just wings it at Charlo with the wrist.
That's the thing, because if you don't bend your knees, you're not going to get leverage on those shots, you know? We'll see. If he's able to get close, we'll see if he's able to manage.
Huge edge for Charlo, and punches landed in the first round out.
Landing at 50% according to shows, that's pretty extraordinary. He likes to go to the body. He likes to throw some uppercuts in there. We'll see if he can get inside where he can try to hold it.
3-punch combination effective for Charlo.
Jermall knows his range very well. Look at those little half steps. It's just out of range to make you miss, but not too far in range where he can't make you pay.
Well versed in the sweet science under the tutelage of Ronnie Shields, the 59-year-old former number 11. Galen down.
5, 6, 7. Hey, está bien. Ven para acá. Venga acá.
Staying in there this full round is astonishing as we look at the punishment that he took. That's the first knock. That was the knockdown. And that came when that was done. There was a lot of time left in that round. The uppercut by Charlo, which we alluded to at the beginning of this fight, the one that he used to knock out Julian Jackson.
And Charlo smelling victory after knocking down Galen for the 6th time in his career.
Charlo's hand position, perfect hand position where he can defend the ball from the punch properly.
Galen is very resilient, but I don't know if he can stand this kind of punch.
Charlo with more game than esports and proving to be a button smasher here against Galen in round 2. Less than a minute remaining in the second round. Real hard jab for Charlo. Oh, nails Galen with a right hand. Galen along the ropes, but valiantly trying to stay in this fight.
Charlo just barely makes a miss without losing range. Oh, nice step around. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful step around right there by Charlo.
Final 15 seconds of the second round, a round in which Charlo dropped Galen, and Galen still on unsteady legs in the final seconds of the round.
It could be that that's his normal footwork, and some guys have like a weird stance, a weird footwork,
But for them to check it out like that.
yeah, check his leg.
Well, there's a 1-2 right through the guard by Charlo.
And if he does that, always in range to punch. Even if he's not always making the pay, psychologically, you know his range is always there.
Stiff jab to the body by Charlo, so mixing up his attack, trying to keep Galen thinking. And
here a moment ago that some of the folks in the corner had commented on his legs. And now he's all squared up, which is...
Yeah, Charlo continues to strafe him with the right hands through the guard. He's gone down once in this fight already. All right, so the fight continues.
There's something you mentioned on that replay. You can't push off his back leg. When you come forward, you have to push off the back leg. Watch. He doesn't push off the back leg when he steps forward. He's just stepping in with his front foot.
And he's a sitting duck for the shooting gallery from Jermall Charlo, whether it's the right hand or the jab.
I mean, Charlo is already a tough guy to close range on to begin with, but if you can't get explosiveness off your back foot to push your way in to close range,
right up cut by Charlo.
No punching, no punching.
Hal, what do you make of what we are seeing here?
Charlo is going to box with discipline and carefully, and even though whether Galen's got physical issues or not, he's doing that effectively, and I think more than anything that they want to accomplish their goals in this fight no matter what.
Man, you can't question the guts of Galen, but Charlo's just picking him apart. Jermall Charlo making his 160-pound debut. And we don't want to take away from Charlo's effort, despite the fact that it appears he's fighting a one-legged fighter.
Really evident. He feels he's ready to make a statement in this division now. He'll fight better fighters than Galen as he goes forward.
Couple of right uppercuts, and then Galen wobbled by another right hand. He's already been down once in the fight.
Technique, and there's the left hand lands, and when you're right, when he went to get
right there, but as soon as he stepped with that left foot, he went straight down.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still undefeated.
It's easy, big Jermall Charlo.
Scheduled about 12 rounds for the WBC middleweight championship of the world. Going over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
In this stylistic matchup, you will look for the openings for Charlo and lead right hand. Fighters are looking to see what works from what range. And the fighters have to say, I don't know much about him. Relying on scouting reports, who has seen him. Charlo tries to. There's your right hand to the body without the body shot by Charlo, and a good right hand. Now, Charlo leaning into this left hand. Charlo stays with it and gets the second one through. That's just good instinct, because that's what fighting the lefty does to you. The right hand. Sneaky shot here by Charlo. Set it up with the jab. There's Charlo. Charlo gets there with the left hand. What adjustments he would like Charlo to make, because he's being nailed with these straight left hands. Charlo has an answer for those two left hands himself. He actually leads up at the end of the third. Looking for positioning, both fighters. Body shot by Charlo. And gets nailed coming back, and that's the point. Ronnie Shields said, triple the jab. Charlo only threw one. Good body shot by Karabov. So they're doing some waiting, and then there's a good left hand by Karabov. We start round 5 of what's been a good WBC middleweight championship bout between the champion Jermall Charlo, 27-0, knockouts, and Karabov. Late replacement, 27-1 with 13 knockouts. Good body shot by Charlo. Jab here by Charlo. Good left hand by Karabov as he got the angle. Winner here. We'll have to fight Triple G next for the right to fight. Charlo got off first. Karabov with the counter. To immediately answer punch landed on him. Now Karabov's in the corner where Charlo watches, so he gets out. And there's a good snapping lead right hand by Charlo. Recent efforts and not expecting a 12-rounder. This is a huge for Karabov in the stamina department. He just got nailed for the second time in this round. He lands one back. Jab by Charlo. Slapping shot by Karabov, but not. Charlo setting down on punches now and getting a sense that making him a little bolder. Against a very gritty and determined Matt Karabov. Having the right hand by Charlo, and then he eats one before Karabov launched. Karabov and Charlo
work out there.
come to the end of the round. Now Charlo, not Karabov. Good lead right hand by Charlo. Good left hook by Charlo. Right hand by Charlo. Charlo getting a double jab in. Punctuates the exchange with a left hand. Double jab by Charlo. And we're seeing less. Karabov has been fighting 8 rounds. Most of his recent efforts has been 10 rounds once. And Charlo's been 12. Charlo trying to win on the heels of his brother, Jermall Charlo, losing. One shot from Karabov there. We don't have the numbers in front of us, but we have the figures. Lead right by Charlo gets in. Karabov was out of position. And there's a good left hand by Karabov after Charlo nails him. Heads come together, and then Charlo's fists come together with Karabov's head. Ronnie Shields telling Charlo, don't go in empty-handed. Go in, make sure you're jabbing your way. Charlo as he fights Jermall Charlo, and Karabov has been credible. He has come to fight as the walk came up after round 8. And he's almost driven into a wall here by Charlo. Manifesting itself in bigger ways. As he tees off with a body shot, left hook. Referee may have a decision to make. But bear in mind, this guy hasn't been this distance, and he's getting hammered. But the fact he looks to be safely ahead, he may not want to leave it in the hands of anybody else. Left hand here by Charlo to get the second one home. Grabbing the right hand by Charlo. Carbon gets through with guts. It was a painful round 12 for him.
WBC interim middleweight world champion Jermall "Hitman" Charlo.
Good evening, Jermall. Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Please touch gloves now. Come out fighting at the bell.
Power he makes up for in grit, determination, hustle, and hunger. And here we go with Hogan, the challenger, in the white with green trunks. Charlo in the red, white, and blue.
Ronnie Shields and Jermall Charlo said they would like to up the volume. He's really, like jazz artists, making it up as he goes along.
And I'll follow your point. You know, this is why Ronnie Shields' instructions to be more active.
He was born, raised in Ireland, but now lives in Australia. Charlo, who had a successful homecoming against Brandon Adams in his last fight, just ate a left hook from.
And trying to time him is difficult because of the way you mentioned earlier. He comes in and enters the pocket in different ways. That left hook by Hogan was probably the best punch of the round so far.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Just doubling up that left hand and wanting to make life miserable for the undefeated belt holder Charlo, and Hogan doing just that here in the first 3 minutes. Our #1 ranked super lightweight contender. And here in round 2, Charlo gets backed up momentarily, but you heard Rab.
Tell you, Hogan's left hook is really active. And Charlo catches a lot of shots on the gloves, but Hogan's finding at least.
Jaime Munguia landed 19% of his punches against Hogan. He's a very hard man to hit.
And Korobov last December landed 119 punches on Charlo, the most that any opponent.
That's the punch I have to stay away from. Of course, we saw him, Charlo, knock out J-Rock Williams with that punch, and he's going to try and land it against the shorter Hogan.
But what a
left hook probably landed more often. But
nice combination by Hogan. And now Charlo unloading on Hogan.
See him miss those 2 shots. Hogan is so good.
Here now, a big cheer for Hogan. Charlo, of course, has his fans, so it's making for an electrifying atmosphere here as this main event heats up.
That left hook sideways.
I think Hogan just threw himself in there to try to back up.
Stiff jab by Charlo. And that jab is Charlo defending his 160-pound belt against Dennis Hogan.
It's hard to cut the ring off against Hogan.
That's what makes a guy difficult. When a guy starts just moving, and he's not effective punching, you can cut him off. You'll eventually get to him. But when a guy keeps you off balance as he's moving and punching, and an ability to punch as he's moving, it kind of disrupts.
Oh wow!
It disrupts your ability. It disrupts your ability to close the gap.
The left hook, which Paulie pointed out before, and we just saw land for Hogan. That's been more of a weapon to him than I would have thought. I would have thought the overhand.
There's a left hook by Charlo. To Charlo. Charlo very methodical, systematic, collecting that data, just misses with a sweeping left hook, moves to the side, and there's a right uppercut by the champ.
Most important weapon in this fight for him. So far, he has not been able to really be as effective, I think, with that punch as he would like.
There's a right hand to the body by Charlo. There's Charlo.
A self-inflicted injury, and it was a TKO for Charles Martin when he won the IBF heavyweight title.
Oh, and there's a left uppercut that sends Hogan rolling backwards.
They said the uppercut was what they were worried about. That's kind of a half hook, half uppercut.
Second time in his career, and Charlo now on a seek and destroy mission here in round number 4. Sweeping left, a right hand finds its target. Left hook to the body, right uppercut by Charlo. Hogan trying to regroup, avoiding that sweeping right. So Hogan now smiling at Charlo's last 2 outings.
And of course, that knockdown came early in this round, so a lot of time for Dennis Hogan.
Oh, right cross, clips the jaw of Hogan. Charlo just misses with the right uppercut.
Charlo is quick on the trigger with those uppercuts. He knows that his distance is with them, and they're coming at you sharp and fast.
Jermall Charlo.
Not able to land those kind of power punches against Hogan, and Charlo able to do that early in this fight.
Hogan now trying to find a way to just settle things down, using lateral movement like you allude to, Al, but it's Charlo picking him off. Trying to back up. He's along the ropes now. He has shown good defense in the fight.
Charlo told us shots will come from everywhere, and that is kind of what's happening in this round.
Right now, the learning tree of Ronnie Shields, and as we illustrated in that highlight, as Paulie Malignaggi so astutely put it, showing off all of the fundamentals. He is a 160-pound title holder, and again, pushes Hogan back with a left. And another left uppercut. 4-pound titleist who also won titles at 160. No less than a list of names that include Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Roberto Duran, Miguel Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya.
Of Charlo, because landing the occasional check hook and right hand as you're moving, it's good, it's scoring, but it's not saving your energy. A consistent jab will allow you to...
there's a left hand that catches Hogan. Hogan looking to draw inspiration from Irish boxing greats that include Hall of Famers Jimmy McLernan and Barry McGuigan, while the current crop includes Carl Frampton and Katie
Taylor. In which Hogan's landed some punches, but I think it's safe to say Charlo's punches have been harder and more...
right hand lands for Charlo. The bell and round number 6, scheduled for 12 for Jermall Charlo's 160-pound strap. Charlo describes himself as a boxer puncher, a technical fighter, likes to use his advantages, and when he has an opening, he'll take it. Not really flashy, he says. He's not a brawler, just a boxer puncher type fighter. And it has served him well.
You know, Hogan's been busy tonight, averaging 69 punches a round.
Oh, and off balance as Hogan caught Charlo with a left. Been continuously to the torso of Dennis Hogan. Right uppercut just mentions Hogan again, just smothering Charlo.
Well, on the inside, he doesn't want to be staying there working, so the option is either to get out or hold, and in that case, he held.
Nice right hand lands for Charlo.
He ends up trying to smother Charlo and cause a clinch so he can get back to the middle of the ring.
Sharp jab by Charlo. Williams, and then moved up to 160. And now a full 160-pound titleist, looking for his 5th straight win at this weight. Ring of Truth. This is where you find out the truth about who you are and who Hogan is down for the 3rd time in his career.
6, 7, 8. Walk to me, step to me. No.
And for the first time in his career, Dennis Hogan has been stopped. Jermall Charlo.
Left hook. It's actually just a lead-off left hook, I think, without anything preceding it, or there. He feinted like he was going to throw a jab.
And still, the undefeated WBC middleweight champion of the world, Jermall "Hitman" Charlo.
Okay, boxers, you received your instructions early this evening. Again, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, touch gloves. Good luck.
And the champion Jermall Charlo in the black with silver trunks, the determined challenger Sergey Derevyanchenko in the white with black and gold. Erickson Lubin, who we saw beat Terrell Gaucher to earn another opportunity at this title. And his first opportunity was dropped in the opening round. Derevyanchenko's attempt to apply more pressure early. The jab proving to be effective, Mr. Bernstein. Final minute of the first frame. Combination, jab is parried by Derevyanchenko, so tactical start, double jab, an effective start for Jermall Charlo. Good right hand by Derevyanchenko at the end of the round.
Let's take a look at the keys to victory.
The hitman Charlo, a former champion of 154, who is in his 6th fight at 160.
That in the outside, jabbing, I mean, Jermall's jab is a powerful one, and when he lands that right hand, obviously is.
See, they're between the two as Charlo walking down Derevyanchenko and fires that long-range 1-2.
Derevyanchenko is not a big middleweight.
How much did that take a toll on Derevyanchenko here and coming into his 3rd title fight as he gets tagged by Charlo?
There was a nice right hand. You've got to try.
And the difference Jermall is doing between the 2 fights you mentioned, I mean, Triple G and obviously Jacob, is that
it's there. And no, Charlo ate the jab from Derevyanchenko, misses with a counter left hook. I like that lead left hook, left uppercut combo.
Hooked here and there, and that sneaky uppercut that Al mentioned.
Nice.
Derevyanchenko looking for that 1-2. The only times he's caught.
Attempt by Charlo. He's starting to attack a little bit more, as we said, from angles. He doesn't want to get countered, and you see Jermall Charlo very conscious of trying to counter him 8.6. So something's got to give in that equation.
And you know, coming, oh, nice barrage of punches there. Derevyanchenko trying to open up. Jenko trying to find a way inside and eats a couple of left hands.
He ripped a nice left hook downstairs a moment ago.
Charlo picking apart Derevyanchenko, may have hurt him there. Derevyanchenko stumbled. And Derevyanchenko may have been saved by the bell. And Derevyanchenko beginning to put the combos together, but Charlo comes back with a...
And, you know, that is maybe the difference so far in this fight.
A mature performance by...
Yeah, very much so.
Guys, there was a moving Jermall. I mean, he's not giving him a position where Derevyanchenko can land combinations, so he's just not there.
Perform Jacobs or Golovkin. I want to stay within myself and do what I do well. That's precisely what he's done. He's finding a very poised.
There's that right uppercut, catches Derevyanchenko coming in.
Charlo has controlled the geography of this fight completely.
It brings into every fight. I mean, that's the type of fighter he is, the type of person. And we saw it, we heard it in the corner. He said, hey, I'm just waiting for him to get in close. A dangerous fighter when he lets his hands go.
A reminder that the second part of fights is when Sergey Derevyanchenko usually comes on. And starting to do it a little bit right now.
Absolutely, as he's... Derevyanchenko covets. He wants to join the illustrious list of Ukraine-born champions. Going to the body on lead right hand by Derevyanchenko. You are watching the middleweight title fight between Charlo and Derevyanchenko. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be viewing it.
And do what Abner just said, work the body.
And I think Charlo exchanging, well, maybe a one-sided conversation with Balboa. Watch out. Oh, good stuff on the inside.
Yeah, this is really fun to watch. Both men doing good work.
Professional career, a lot of those rounds, championship rounds like tonight, as he eats another jab from the champion Jermall Charlo, momentarily staggered with that left.
He doesn't want to stay in there with Derevyanchenko. He's making this fight entertaining, yes, but a more difficult fight for him.
I don't know, this last moment here, Charlo.
And fighting in his distance, I gave him most of the previous round, so I have Charlo at 58-56 at the halfway point.
High level, high impact. Derevyanchenko goes upstairs and Charlo absorbs that left hook and barely budges. Chenko a little off balance.
a lot of head hunting from both fighters. I would like to see a little bit more body work from both. Great uppercut there by Jermall.
This is round number 8.
These are usually the territory in fights where Derevyanchenko gets his best work done. We'll see if he can.
Punishing jab and a good counter left hook by Derevyanchenko. And again out.
I think one of those body punches, whether it ended...
You're right, I think that's the reason why he was holding, because body work, again, there it is.
Solid exchange, what a round here in round number 8. We expected Derevyanchenko to get better as the fight unfolded.
See, double left hook, that's what Derevyanchenko can do well.
And Charlo going to the body, avoids those shots. Double jab scores for Charlo. Oh, the right cross buckled the knee of Derevyanchenko. That power is always there for Jermall Charlo. Affected by it, Abner?
No, definitely not affected by it. And I mean, especially the Derevyanchenko pressure fighter that, you know, once he gets into the end.
Derevyanchenko had his longest layoff, 11 months, coming into this fight. But boy, he hasn't looked like it, has he? Even though, you know, as he's warmed up in the...
Our unofficial scorecard belonging to Steve Farhood. There's a nice straight right cross that scores for Charlo.
Charlo's controlling the geography of this round. Time in this round, not once. And maybe the vision of trying to get in is a problem.
Oh, he didn't see that left uppercut in the inside. Then right hand.
He's starting to feint again. He stopped feinting, Derevyanchenko. He stopped jabbing and feinting, which made it harder for him to get on the inside. He's starting to do both of those. Let's see if it helps him.
There, Derevyanchenko using the feint to try to close the gap.
He's been able to get on the inside and throw some combinations and occasionally work the body. Right there, he's got to throw the double left hook, but he does get the left, and he doesn't.
It was advertised as Charlo's toughest test.
To be one of those fights that, you know, it's a tough one. I mean, I think he knew that going in, but that's the type of fighter he just never wants to let you know that you know.
Momentarily.
It was a body shot, right?
Body shot.
Body shot that hurt Jermall Charlo.
This is a very well-fought boxing match.
And that was well said, Mo. I think.
The relentless Derevyanchenko and scoring.
And Derevyanchenko has not been getting on the inside in this round at all. You know, if he's in a position where he has to try to get inside where he can crank up those double left hooks and do something impressive.
Jermall Charlo heard the critics saying here at middleweight, yeah, he was 5-0 with 3 knockouts, but hadn't really faced anyone of note. One of the toughest at 160, and proving to be as tough as they come here with 35 seconds left in the 12th and final round. Derevyanchenko keeps coming.
He's trying.
Left uppercut countered by Charlo, goes downstairs. In a hard-hitting championship fight.
Oh, man. He ran out of time.
Derevyanchenko there in the final seconds of the fight.
All three in favor of the winner. And still, the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Jermall Hitman Charlo.
Same weight, 154 in his first title defense at 160 pounds begins round 1. The champion Charlo in the black and red.
There you go, there you
There's
go.
a right hand to the body, left hook upstairs by Charlo. Montiel. Hands a left, Montiel staying in the pocket, going to the body. He's just missing with the right uppercut as Charlo.
Get that jab going.
Looks like this crowd is just ready to explode. If Charlo's able to make contact and stumble, stepped on each other, I think Charlo stepped on Montiel's foot there and stumbled.
Charlo attacking, and their legs got tangled, but he did that. That's what we mean by overcommitting a little bit. But Montiel, and they banged heads there as well. Montiel was not able to land the counter punch as he stumbled forward. He couldn't get off that left hook. He wanted to try it, and there were the heads banging together.
Well, and Montiel may pay for the gamesmanship, putting himself on the ropes and poking the proverbial bear, as it were, here as Charlo again works behind the jab. There's a right hand that lands, gets the attention of Montiel. Montiel trying to parry the jab. There's a left hand from the south. There's a left hand. Lands nice left hook to the belly by Charlo, and that forces Montiel to momentarily go back. And now Charlo beginning to he's throwing with the champion.
And it was Charlo using the jab. They actually exchanged good jabs, and then Charlo going downstairs with the hook to the body. Everything is blocked. You know, Charlo was trying to show power early in that round. Right hand getting there. And this was a quick power exchange in which Charlo did get some pretty good punches, including that straight right.
Goes back to work behind the jab, dictating the pace and the terms of this fight. Cuffing right hand. Lands for the champion. There's a jab from the southpaw Montiel that scores.
In a way of Montiel trying to get him off his game again, the switches. Switching southpaw, switching right hand. But he's got to be careful. He's got to do it again in a distance where he doesn't get countered by Jermall.
Charlo has not quite yet been able to get that straight right in the way he likes. That was a nice one to the body. But that's the money punch, I think, for him in this fight.
The right hand through the guard by Charlo, but a counter right lands for Montiel before the left hits the jaw of Montiel.
Montiel has been taking some shots from Charlo, but keeps coming forward.
Round number 5 underway. Charlo going back to the jab, beautifully placed. Couple of left hooks. One to the liver, one upstairs to the side of Montiel's face.
Now, I would like to see a little
He's stunned with the right hand, and we talked about the fact that that was the money punch for him in this fight. And he really good one home, and then he went after Montiel, trying to get him out of there. Montiel was clearly in.
Montiel utilizing his footwork and eats that shot to the midsection.
The power punches, you know, landing at 37% for Charlo, and Montiel has done virtually nothing with his power punches. Well, it would help if they told him to fight the right way, which is a right hand. That would be which was a punch we talked about him leading in this fight. Montiel in big trouble.
Closing the shot on Montiel.
Very early in this round, a lot of time for him to get to
Montiel. Says bring it on, be careful what you wish for. Right hand to the body by Charlo. 2 minutes left in the 6th. And Montiel appears to be fading in control. While he's way behind, he is showing guts, but his balance seems to be off. His stance is not on point.
Montiel has only thrown 15 punches in this round, so he's very fatigued.
He got clocked with that right hand from Charlo, but then the left hook and a left from Montiel. Final seconds of the 7th. Charlo continues to attack the body and the head. Round number 8 scheduled for 12 for Jermall Charlo's 160-pound title. And unheralded challenger Juan Montiel but remains in front of Charlo and eating these thunderous shots from the champion.
He switched to a left hand stance.
But it's not even a switch. It's just a normal chance. He's not balanced.
When he let go of that left hand is when he got caught with the overhand right from Montiel.
Eso es. Izquierda y de open. Eso
and
es.
yet the left uppercut and left hand.
Ya sabes, estás del infierno, ya tienes que estar más ahí. Ya te sintió mucho.
10 segundos. Left hook to the body by the challenger. What a round here in Houston.
You know, Jermall Charlo's more than likely winning every single round in this fight. And he's performed exceedingly well. Montiel has just been courageous and has had some good offensive.
You know, if he doesn't get the knockout, what's going to be happening on social media and in the court of public opinion? But I agree, this is why they fight the fights out. And it's amazing, I mean, where every fight is different. Here's a man that was knocked out. And he's bringing the fight to the champion, Charlo. Charlo looking to reset. Delivers the jab, eats a left hook upstairs, and Montiel. Left hook, exchange shots.
So clearly he has a lot more experience going this distance. Nice left hook by Montiel.
One-two combination through the guard for Charlo. Montiel continues to walk forward. And a mouse under the right eye of Montiel.
Left hook again from the righty stance from Montiel.
And a left hook to the body by the champion Charlo. And a left hook upstairs that just missed.
It's obviously the pressure that Montiel that he's putting, that he will get a hand here and there.
Oh, stiff hand from Montiel and a left.
And what I mean by Charlo seeing everything.
How many people thought that unheralded challenger Juan Montiel would make it to the championship rounds against Jermall Charlo?
And be exchanging with him like this.
There's the deal.
Unofficial score, Steve Farhood has Charlo pitching a shut up by Montiel. Coming on here. Hits the midpoint of the elbow. Left uppercut. To the body by Montiel.
Sandwiching these rounds, getting good punches in and the fascinating part is Montiel coming forward. He's taking punches, but he's coming forward, which is astonishing.
It seems that he is going home happy knowing that he took Charlo the 12 rounds.
Now Montiel continues. It's been a long time since we had a crowd like this. Let them take you through to the end of this fight.
And still,
Okay, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, good luck.
And Danny Garcia looking for a huge upset win here tonight. Round number 1, scheduled for 10.
Jermall Charlo, he gives you variety with the jab. He just saw him do it to the body.
retaliate. He initiated. I warned him, don't retaliate.
Second half of the fight. We talked about Charlo perhaps having three hits. And invest in the body, break down Charlo. He hasn't really
you hardly do on a consistent basis.
And it's all about the JAB for Jermall Charlo.
He's putting together these beautiful combinations.
30 seconds left here in the second stanza. Jab from Benavidez, counter right hand upstairs by Charlo connected. And then the jab from Charlo stops Benavidez in his tracks for momentarily.
Max DeLuca scores the contest 100-90. All three in favor of the winner by unanimous decision, Jermall Charlo.
Punches right here are not considered low. Punches right here are not considered low. Touch them up. Good luck.
Lammana.
Cornflake himself is a regional promoter, but this is the biggest fight of his career. Let's see what the kid can do.
Charlo reuniting with his first amateur trainer, Highland Williams Sr.
You got to be timed, and the timing of that jab has to be a big thing. The footwork, just the comfort level. He showed that a couple of years back in 2023 against Jose Benavidez Jr. that he quickly adjusted to that. Charlo's buttons at times in the build-up. He's been passive-aggressive. He's been sort of using the layoff against Charlo. All that doesn't matter, though, when they touch gloves, and here we are.
Yeah, Lammana doing totally the opposite of what I thought he was going to do in this first round, which was pressure Charlo, make him feel uncomfortable.
Really the most comprehensive, the greatest performance of his career was against Sergey Derevyanchenko, the three-time title challenger, one of the most complete performances of Jermall Charlo's career. And, well, Lammana on the run, trying to avoid. Just over a minute left here in the second.
Ooh, great right hand, counterpunch right there by Charlo.
And Charlo told us about the reunion with his original trainer, Hogan Williams Sr. It was about the mentality, the comfortability, the way that they talk to each other. He did still say the legendary trainer, Ronnie Shields, they're still on great terms. They can reunite at any time. But let's see what this new chapter brings with an old face in the corner there for Jermall Charlo.
He said he wanted to go back to his roots, and then the roots of his professional career was as a pretty decent knockout artist. So, and you know, according to the odds and everyone you ask, I mean, Thomas Lammana, tailor-made for a guy like Charlo to record a knockout win. Just wait to see.
Yeah, I don't know about him being slow. I mean, he was able to counter with the right hand, Charlo.
Oh, here's an aggressive start by Lammana. Resets and eats the jab from Charlo.
See that?
Looping right hand by Lammana.
Those are the risks you gotta take. You gotta go out there and throw bombs if you're Lammana.
Stalker Charlo. Also a great counter puncher. That punch landed for Lammana.
It's not that Charlo has a simple style, but the jab setting up the big right hand, it is hard to deal with when you figure in his timing, his explosiveness. He's starting to show a little bit of that old hitman here, the way he's setting that up.
Right hand that lands. And there's the veteran Lammana trying to hold on. Instead he's dropped for the 5th time in his career.
5, 6, 7, 8. Walk over to me. Ready to go?
Play on how the knockdown happened. The stiff jab, the perfect timing of the right hand. One right hand. He misses with the hook there, but he follows up with the overhand right, Charlo. A fighter that has been out for a year and a half and showing no ring rust whatsoever. Beautiful overhand right by Charlo. Right.
Lammana is cut under the left eye from that punch that knocked him down.
The timing's back, the power's back from Charlo.
Under a minute now left in the third. Lammana finds himself cornered. The jab in the right hand. Caught by Charlo. Lammana trying to stand his ground. Showing some bravado under fire.
Less shouting, more throwing if you're Lammana.
Also be careful what you're asking for from the hitman.
There's a jab, the counter jab by Charlo. Well, Lammana's trying to fight back. After going down, he's not gun shy, isn't running away now, resetting, utilizing lateral movement.
Lammana's face definitely showing the receipts of taking the power of Charlo, but he hasn't quit on himself.
No,
Still in there trying to plant seeds behind that jab. And
well, I think he's got to pressure, he's got to push Charlo back, not just going backwards, and he's giving Charlo the momentum.
Charlo stalking Lammana, just misses with the left hook. There's a stiff jab that lands for Charlo. Another jab. Charlo wanting looking to set that trap and land that counter right. There's the...
Ooh, that was a good counter.
From Lammana. Lammana lead right and gets blocked by Charlo.
To echo what Abner said earlier about the twin brothers, the Charlo twins, reuniting. They've always been each other's biggest fan in a lot of ways, but they can be rivals. They can push each other's buttons. It's heartwarming to see the love rekindle between them, knowing that they're both on the comeback trail.
Lammana buckle did not go down, but was hurt by that shot from Charlo. 15 seconds left here in the fourth frame. Canvas after the left.
It didn't seem like it did. It buckled him, definitely. No.
Could have used the expediency on that replay situation earlier this year in the Big Tank Davis-Lamont Roach matchup.
And look at that jab. It started with 1, 2 jabs. Now you're double, tripling the jab.
Due to an overhand right by Charlo, and then went down in round 4 due to the left.
Look at that pressure from Charlo. He's right in front of you.
A little check left hand wobbled Lammana.
And so far, Charlo has landed twice as many jabs as Lammana has landed punches. And the jab Lammana's down for the third time. No 3 knockdown roll in effect, but he's frustrated. And he's showing the vestiges of this punishing attack by Charlo.
Lammana's having fun in there, but it is kind of hard to taunt when you're this far behind.
It's frustration also for Lammana. Not being able to do anything really in this fight, and he's trying to mob Charlo.
You get the feeling like one more knockdown might be enough for the referee to step in here.
Absolutely. Using his feet to try to avoid the attack. He needs to get off the ropes. Lateral movement. The ever-patient Charlo continues to just measure Lammana. Right hand by Lammana brings out a smile from Charlo. The jab, though, back Lammana. Taking a look at Thomas Lammana.
That's a heck of a shirt on the ringside, doctor. Where's Joe Goosen?
Listen, doctor recommendation, we're stopping the fight.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Jermall Hitman Charlo.